guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Maddie. I post content all about sustainability, and today's no different. Today we are talking about making your closet more sustainable through secondhand shopping, and it will include a thrift haul. I have this basket right here in front of me that we are going to be diving right into, and I'll also include how much it is at the end. Before we get into the actual thrift haul, I just want to talk quickly about why I go thrifting and why I participate and shop mainly in the secondhand market. And honestly, the main reason is because I hate minimalism, but I also want to be sustainable. And those tend to be conflicting values. And so I think what people are calling this these days is Eco-Maximalism, so I guess that would be my vibe. And the way to do that is basically just by acquiring most of your things through the secondhand market, whether that's buy nothing groups, Facebook Marketplace, and other online thrift markets, Poshmark, Depop, eBay, things like that. And then also going to in-person thrift stores like Goodwill, Unique, Value Village, Second Ave. Those are the main ones in my state, although sometimes I find that the locally owned ones have really good finds for really cheap, so keep an eye out for those too. This video is not to try to convince you to be an eco-maximalist. Your vibe is whatever it wants to be, frankly. This is just how I like to live, and if you also like to live this way, then stick around and hopefully this resonates with you. If this is not your vibe, stick around anyways and see if you learn something in the meantime. A little bit more on eco-maximalism. Why do it? So I like to have things, as we can see from my bookshelf, but I don't want to participate in fast fashion or other things like that. Fast fashion has a number of negative impacts on the planet and honestly our wallets. And if you think about it, when you are prioritizing fast fashion and the company is really working to produce as many items that are trendy, they don't really have a lot of time to think about how to make that product sustainable. They will use plastic fibers in clothing items, and when that breaks down, it will pollute the oceans. The actual production of clothing involves a lot of water, and often there are really unethical workplace and sourcing environments that I just don't support. So this fast fashion is a result of overconsumption, or I guess you could argue overconsumption is a result of fast fashion. Honestly, not really sure which one came first, kind of a chicken and the egg situation. Right now, the fashion industry is making up 10% of global CO2 emissions annually, and that's according to a UPenn study I referenced. All of my sources are linked down in the description. If I say something that doesn't sound right or you disagree with, please check those sources first before you comment so that we are all working with the same base level of information. With that in mind, let's get into what I actually got from Goodwill. This is a local Goodwill, so it's cool knowing that a lot of these items were donated from my community. The first is this white serving bowl, and it's pretty plain. It was only $3, but this is actually for my cats. So I have two cats, and right now their water dish is a Tupperware container that we've just kind of repurposed, but I wanted something that was a little nicer for them, and so this plate kind of seemed perfect. So only $3 for this. What else did I buy? I also am getting into bread making, and I wanted something that was airtight for the sourdough starter, so I got this jar. I think I actually got a few jars because honestly they're just so versatile for the kitchen, storing rice, pasta, really anything, you name it. Oh, yeah, I got this big one too. Oh, and this little one. I thought this one was so cute, and it was only $2, so 4 jars. Each of these, except for this one, I don't know why this one is $2, but all the other ones were $1. As you might have seen in my decluttering video, we just moved to a new apartment and we are still in the process of decorating it. We are trying to decorate slow and intentional for a few reasons. First, we don't want to stress ourselves out with putting too much pressure on the decoration process, but also we want to thrift a lot of our decorations and see what we can do with secondhand items. So we did find some frames that we are going to put artwork from some of our favorite movies and books in, just some brown frames that kind of match our vibe. So there's this one, $3, not too shabby. And then we got 2 more. This cherry wood one, $8. I think we're gonna take out the actual image. Oh man, this one's called I Had a Dad. That's interesting. Anyways, and then we also got this frame. It has a really pretty detailing. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the edge has beautiful detailing. Another $8 one because it's technically an antique, but we're gonna take out this main section and just replace it with a piece of artwork that we actually like. Honestly, I find a lot of joy out of going to thrift stores and looking at the artwork and frames that they have there. You find some real gems in that section. Also, for decorating, we wanted to make things feel really cozy in the living room, and one way we're going to do that is by putting curtains kind of on the walls. We do have curtains on the windows, but we've seen people use them to kind of just make the place feel a little cozier. So we got these, we got 2 of each. I think these are just beautiful colors. Look, the teal and the salmon. We got a whole bunch of curtains. Actually smell really good. And $3 each, so a full kind of cozy way of decorating for only $12. That's pretty good. All right, and then just a few more things. We got some candles, again, just to make the place feel more cozy. I was hoping to find soy candles because I know that your typical wax candles are made of petroleum, and that's not good to breathe in, and it's oil, so we don't want to support that. But this is secondhand, and the thrift store didn't have any soy candles, so we just went with this for now. We got one from Yankee Candle that smells like coconuts. Smells amazing. And oh, I think this one actually is soy because it's called Soy La. But we got a $3 lemongrass candle, and I love this container. I think it's just so cute. It smells so good. Actually, yeah, and looking at it now, it does look like a soy-based candle. Cool, so we got a soy-based candle. That's great. And then the last few items, I have been trying to grow out my hair and just take better care of it. For those of you who have been here from the beginning, you know my hair used to be long and then I cut it short. It's now just about that long, but part of that is taking better care of it. So I found these microfiber towels. They're a little small, so I don't know how well they'll work. Honestly, I've never really bought much bath and body stuff from thrift stores before, but I figure with a wash, this will be just fine to use on my own hair. And I actually got 2 of them just to be safe, and they are green, which is my favorite color. So kind of perfect. Each of these was $1. So compare that to a microfiber towel from Amazon. I think that's a pretty good deal, $2 for 2 towels. All right, and then the final item that we got is what we carried all of this out in, so we didn't even need any bags, and it is this lovely wicker basket. This is what we are going to put all of our towels in for the bathroom, just as an extra storage container, and line them up nicely. Honestly, this is probably going to stay with us. I see it being very versatile in the future, and it meant that we didn't have to use any plastic bags on the way out. And this one was, this one was $15, I think, just because it's kind of a nicer piece. I don't know if it's technically an antique. Probably has it somewhere. Nope, it's just normal, but it's in pretty good condition, and I think it's very pretty. Now we have the grand total. The 18 items that I got from Goodwill totaled $80. That's it. To help decorate our apartment, make it feel nice and cozy, to take care of my hair, and spruce up the kitchen a bit more. That is a pretty good deal. The most expensive items on the list were the basket, as well as the candle, with the cheapest items being the towels and the jars. Let me know down in the comments if you participate in the secondhand market and what your best thrift find has been so far. If you are interested in shopping secondhand online, I did make a video all about Poshmark and how I use that to make my closet more sustainable. I'll link that over here if you're interested. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!